We got us a homemade raft, and we're shooting the rapids. We don't need none of them fancy blow-up tourist rafts. They're kind of like Huckleberry Finn.
If it was just going out to collect plants, that would be exhausting in itself, but you have to actually engage with it on a real level of actually putting yourself on the line and saying, okay, I'm the experiment. It does feel like quite an odyssey, quite a up against it expedition.
Piers is meeting Francoise at the tambo of shaman Don Guillermo.
Don Guillermo's been taking ayahuasca for 48 years. He's a healer shaman. He's what's called a palero, which is a specialist in bark medicine.
As soon as they arrive, Don Guillermo diagnoses Piers by reading his pulses.
His brain is weak and his body is a bit weak too.
My brain is weak and my body is weak.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Francoise wants Piers to experience Don Guillermo's healing ayahuasca brew before taking him on to meet a more extreme shaman who has the reputation of a brujo, or sorcerer.
Yeah. So he says that I don't have any witchcraft on me. I mainly need sort of a cleansing out of my body. And he's going to treat that with ayahuasca tonight.
To cleanse both Piers and David, Don Guillermo spends the afternoon cooking up a fresh batch of ayahuasca, tailoring it to their needs with 9 different plants and barks. Francoise has seen a lot of brews. Like Piers, she believes that only experience leads to full understanding, and she's been taking ayahuasca for 25 years.
I cannot disbelieve that the plants talk to me, because they do talk to me, and they talk to me in ways that make sense in my own life as well, and have helped me to resolve some quite difficult issues in my life.
It was very strange hearing Don Guillermo's diagnosis of David. I couldn't help myself hoping that he'd be weaker in the head and weaker in the body, but I suppose that was unlikely. The guy lives out in the jungle. His strange little spike of jealousy there. Was it worth it? Yes, because I allowed myself to believe in it and go with everything. And I was rewarded with wood spirits. And at one point I was running naked through the forest, and I came across those wood spirits, the same ones, and they attacked me and tore me limb from limb.
Fairly mild. I think unless Piers has a very intense ayahuasca session that really shakes him up, he's just going to go through and have a mediocre experience, and then go back to England and act like it was a very profound experience.
Next morning, Francoise and Piers set off on the 7-hour trek to Don Demetrio, the sorcerer shaman who she believes will truly open Piers' mind. David is returning to the relative sanity of Texas.
When you take very strong brew, that makes you lose touch with your ego. For me, it was a liberation. If I had had only Don Guillermo's brew, I think I would never have experienced that.
Unlike gentle Don Guillermo, Don Demetrio uses every trick in the book during his ayahuasca sessions. Blindfolded, he uses the ayahuasca to see into Piers' body and mind, and then summons up his spirit helpers to give Piers his visions.
Flores, perfumes, guacamayos, osos, leones, boas, las visiones, en película, les va mirando, les va conociendo, a ustedes hombres fuertes, quienes han sacado la medicina andina en la selva.
Now let the visions come, just hold it.
After 2 nights of this treatment, the plants finally talk to Piers. He receives his own Icaro from the jungle.
In this sweaty head, there is a tune of mine that came to me tonight, and I played it for the first time. And he commanded me to play the arco. And I was sitting there with my head in my hands, unable to move. And he said, play, Pedro, play. And I played my instrument, and the tune rang out, and the birds started singing back.
This is acting. This is not him. The feelings were real. I could hear his sobbing in his back, but then that's what he makes out of it. That makes me angry. I just can't relate to this guy at all.
Este Pedrito ha sido un hijo bien mimado de padre y madre, porque él, doctora, no es...
Don Demetrio sees Piers as what you could, in a word, describe as a spoiled brat, as a boy who's had everything from the cradle, and then he's grown up and he didn't have something to fight for, and that has been a deprivation.